Well, hello, Joy Readers. This is a review of A Promised Land by Barack Obama, our 44th president and my forever president, my favorite by far. So this is the second or third political memoir I think I've read, and I like them. Who knew, right? A political memoir. But it answers a lot of questions about what takes place in office and the whys of some of the decisions, major decisions behind these legislations, the ones that get passed and the ones that don't get passed. Because the public has questions. We want answers as to why a certain legislation was not passed or even considered. And we get a lot of those whys during his administration in this book, which makes it number one reason to read, right? Number one is we get inside of his head, and he has a lot to say because the book is over 700 pages in small typeset. So if you're reading it, it's going to take you a while. It took me almost 2.5 months. If you're listening on audio, dig in because it's going to take you a while, but it is well worth it. Well worth it. One of the things that we get out of this book is why he went into politics. What was his reasoning? What was his motivation and his drive behind it? You have to have a lot of drive to get into politics. It is a tough business. People are all into your personal business. They are questioning your every move. You have to say the right words at the right time, or these people get offended. People stop supporting you over one issue. And so it is a tough job. It's a hard job. As he has said, hard things are hard. And he knew firsthand what that really meant. But he was in office. He worked really hard for some major things to happen in this country, which, praise God, they did get passed. Like the healthcare bill. There was a climate bill. There was a deal with Iran. There was education support. Because at the time that he came in office, we were in a recession. Things were going down the toilet real fast. The banks needed help. The auto companies needed help. You needed help in manufacturing. You needed help in education. Everywhere you looked, we needed help in this country. And it took a minute or two before we got out of that. With his help, we did. So I appreciate that about the book, to kind of get some of that back scene information about what was really happening in this country. One of the things I liked about the book, too, is that we find out why he gets into politics. He really makes that very clear. And we see those characteristics come out in him during his presidency, those motivations, right? Another thing I liked about the book was the information, and I know we didn't get all of it because I'm sure some of it is classified, about the capture and killing of Osama bin Laden. That was very important for this country. 9/11, 2000 was a rough time for America. It was super hard, and somebody had to pay for that. And so his capture, his death, was really what we needed, I feel like, as a country, to really put an end to some of that, a closure to some of that. And then he talks about the people who supports him, his family, his friends, his colleagues, the way that he picks his cabinet members. It's so very interesting. Like I said, this is a book that's going to take you a minute to read, but it is so very well worth it, I think. Now, one thing you're going to need is a dictionary. Because the brother is, Harvard grad, intellectual. He gets some words I've never heard of. I'm going to put a couple of them up there for you. And yeah, get your dictionary and look them up. And keep it handy. As you read the book, you will need it. But I give it a 5 out of 5 stars. I so appreciate this book. And guess what? I'm going to be going to the Obama Presidential Center in Chicago in September for my birthday with some of my writing friends. It's going to be super, super good. And I can't wait. I hope to see him there, and Michelle too. So get the book, read it, enjoy it, and then pass it on.